Hi there. Very quickly, I'm going to show you how to pre-flight and package because I didn't really cover that previously, and I know I'm asking you to do that for the infographic assignment. So here's actually this is from the previous assignment, but I'm going to use it to show you. Now, the first thing you need to do when you pre-flight and package an assignment is you need to pay attention to this area right down here at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, where it says 2 errors. Just like a little red light and it says 2 errors. That is the pre-flight light. If there are no problems with your document, that will be green. But if it is red, it will tell you how many errors you have, and you need to fix those before you try to package your InDesign document. So what you can do is click on this little arrow next to it and choose Preflight Panel. So here's the panel right here, and right away it tells me what my problem is. I have 2 errors with text, and it's saying I am missing a font. So I'm missing Cooper Standard Black and Dancing Script Regular. So if I open those all the way up, I can see what it is. It's the text that it is having issues is the text that says questions, and I can see what page it's on. So if I click that, you'll notice the page jumped over here, and it actually highlighted the part that's having problems. So you can see it's outlined in black. If I click away from it, it's not anymore. But it's saying we don't have that font. So I can either go find that font, or I can fix that and replace it with another one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace it. It is supposed to be Cooper Standard Black. I don't know if I have that on this. I do. So sometimes if you do something on one computer and then open it on another computer, it doesn't always match up the fonts exactly right. So you have to go and find it. So now you see after I picked it, A, it changed on my document, and B, that disappeared from my missing font list. So I've got another one here, so I double click that. It is looking for a dancing script, which I should have on this computer, but I'm not sure. This is a fairly new computer. It looks like I do not have dancing script, so I would pick something else similar, and it was kind of a basic script. So I'll just pick monotype cursiva. And so now you see I have no errors, and I have a green light, and it says no errors. So now I'm ready. I've done my pre-flight, and I'm ready to go on to my packaging. Now the packaging, you'll learn more about that in the next week. There's a lecture from chapter 11. If you want to jump ahead, you want to understand this better, you can jump ahead to chapter 11, and it'll tell you all this. But very quickly, by packaging InDesign document, you are basically taking all the elements that are needed to work on this document. So if you wanted to send it to a printer, or you want to send it to another designer, or maybe you wanted to you're done with it, but you don't want to throw it away, but you want to save all the pieces together. So if you need to reuse it later, you can. So you can't see this because the way I put the window, but if you go up to File and then go down and choose Package, you get this dialog box right here. And this dialog box tells you a lot of different things. It tells you what fonts are used. It tells you what color space is used. It tells you a lot of different things. It tells you if there's any problems. It always has this little yield sign here because it wants to make sure that you're not missing any links to images. Fonts here, I can go and check, and everything is okay. Status is okay for all of those. Links and images. Now I'm bad. I used RGB images for this, and we should always use CMYK for print. So that is something, but it's good that I can see it here, so I can go back into Photoshop and update that. information so that it's not an RGB anymore. It'll be a CMYK. In any case, everything's good here. If everything's good here, I can click package, the package button, and it's going to want to save because I changed the font. So let me just, oh, I'm not sure where I had that in the first place, but I'm just going to save it wherever. Now when you save, you get this little printing instructions window, and you can name the file name. You can put your name in there. If you want to write your phone number in there, email address, or if you want to write a message to the printer. I need to change images to CMYK. Now, I would never do that because I would do that before I sent it. But anyway, I want to show you what happens with this panel in a minute. So if you click continue, then you get a thing, and what it does is you'll see it says save as whatever your document's name is, folder. So that's good. And down here in the bottom half it says copy fonts, copy linked graphics, update graphic links and packages. You can see I have all three of those picked. Those are the defaults. That basically means any font that I've used is going to also be copied in to this folder. Any graphic that I placed in my document, which is linking it, it's not actually in my document, it's linked, my document links to it. There's like a representative image in my document, but I want the actual high quality graphic to be there, so because otherwise it's not going to print very nice. And then if I've moved my graphic links, I also want it to update it and make sure that when I open my InDesign document that's in this folder that's going to be made, it'll know exactly where those links are. Everything else you can use as a kind of a default. You can also include a PDF print. That's a new CC feature, which I love because I tell my students to do that anyway. Now you don't have to do two steps, you can do it right in the same one. And then you can package. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to tell it to package. This basically is just a warning you'll get that says, be careful if you have fonts that are licensed and you haven't purchased them. You could get yourself in trouble. And then you click OK, and now you see it's saving, it's packaging. And now let's go look and see what we have here. You have to kind of bear with me. I have 8 bazillion things open. Here we go. Actually, let me click on this right here. Nope. Well, people see some other assignments we did here. Oh golly, sorry. Let's see. Okay, so I went to saved to the desktop, and I should have a folder, and there it is. So there's the folder I made. So now you can see that there's my InDesign document. There is the PDF that it made. It also made an IDML, which can be opened in older versions of InDesign if needed. And then I have my fonts folder. Well, there's all the fonts I used. They're copied in here. And then I have my links folder, and there's my graphics and images that I used. So now everything I need to work on this InDesign document is in this folder. And so that's what packaging does for you. Now the other thing that I would do is I would then probably compress this, which is just basically making a zip folder out of, and now I have a zip folder that can be forwarded or whatever to other people. So that's how you package a document for when a printer or somebody asks you to package something. I've asked you to do that for project 3. So although it's not as important because yeah, it is because you might be using images, but definitely fonts, because everybody uses different fonts. Now, if you open up somebody else's InDesign document, and you'll right away, because Adobe has gone to the Typekit service, it'll say there's fonts missing because everybody's using goofy fonts these days. I mean, not goofy, but different fonts that aren't necessarily on every computer. So if a font isn't on the computer you open that document in, if you've packaged it, that font will be there and it will open anyway. Okay,